Hello. I realized that I like to make videos at night before I go to bed, and that requires me to actually have enough light on in my room. But I went to the gym today, right? And I'm a little bit sore and a little bit too lazy to walk all the way over there to turn that other light on. So, if the lighting gets horrible and your eyes feel strained while watching this video, forgive me. Think of it more as mood lighting, and I will be better about it because it is daylight savings time, and we did get a whole extra hour, right? But for some people, that was an extra hour to nap. I went to the gym in my extra hour. I didn't nap, which is why I can't get up and go turn that light on. Nonetheless, I promised to make a video about non-traditional students and the type of advice I have for them when they choose to enter PA school or grad school, nursing school, whatever the case may be. Because when you are a non-traditional student, you're going to have obstacles no matter what. So, what defines a non-traditional student? That can vary. That's going to be that person that doesn't go straight to school after high school into college with a pre-planned determined route. Like, they don't want to just be a PA, so they don't take the science classes per se. They may be a history major or an art major, Spanish major, or they were someone who took a non-traditional route to get into school. So they may have not finished high school and then went and got a GED and then went into a technical college and whatnot. Or they may have taken some time off of school and worked for a while, and now they have a family. And, these are all your non traditional students, people who have families to take care of and whatnot. So, I was a graduate student, but I would have definitely considered myself to be a non traditional student. And the advice I would have is that, hey, a lot of times non traditional students have to focus differently than people who have chosen, like, I'm going to use PA school for an example. If you have chosen PA school right out the gate as your major to pursue, you're prepped. I mean, you have the science classes, you know how to study as a science major would study. So um, they they're kind of in their own little club. When you are a non-traditional student, I would advise, if you are someone who is in love with art or decided to take art and then wanted to be a PA, or you took history, Spanish, whatever the case may be, do well in your science classes. Um, you may not get an A in something, and that's okay, but you actually want to do your best. Programs do look for people from a variety of backgrounds. It provides well rounded people to actually work in the community. Um, you want the smartest and the brightest, but you want people who also use the right side of their brain and the left side of their brain. These people are going to be able to realistically relate to our community. Um, you will definitely need to strategize how you're going to study. Things are not going to come to you as easily if you don't typically work in the science study, math study type mode. For example, I'm just not a rote memorization type person. I may have mentioned this some videos before. If it does not apply to me, I have a hard time just memorizing random facts unless they are attached to like some Drake lyrics. I'm telling you, like, if PA school was just sang by and rapped by Drake to a nice beat, man, I will remember every single thing, like every medication reaction and the physiology things that I don't remember now. It would be so to a dope beat. Let Drake sing it. But anyhow, sorry, I got distracted. Um, Find you a strategy that works. Find you a plan. You may not be able to go out and kick it and go on every single bar crawl with those other students who have this stuff down. That's some advice I would give. I did not go to every single bar crawl. I went out sometimes, but not all the time because I had to study differently. Um, I would say map out what it is that needs to be done because you can definitely like my one good friend that I went to PA school with, she was a Spanish major and got into PA school, and we did well together. We studied probably the same. We didn't go all crazy. We weren't up until 4 o'clock in the morning studying. You develop a technique. We don't go all crazy for it because a lot of people who go the non-traditional route also have a lot of common sense. And I'm not saying people who are book smart just don't have common sense. It's just hard to find somebody who has both. Um, People who have families and people who have kids, use your babysitters because you need a break to study. Sometimes you can study with them and teach your kids some things. My kids know a lot of medical things they don't need to know. But I hope you find that helpful. You definitely can do it without having a science background. I know people who have done it. It would be to your advantage to have some sort of science background, but all you need to do is look at what the schools require and make sure that you have those requirements and recommendations, kick butt in those classes, and then show that you are a well-rounded person in the interview. People always underestimate interviews and having help with interview processes in PA program school selection. Keep in mind it's a little bit late, so if I sound not quite right, it's because I didn't take a nap today. I exercised. We like to hear real answers from people too. Those science questions and research question answers, they're good. We know you're smart. But hey, if I used to sit in this room with students and I would ask them what they do for fun. And I may have mentioned this before in a prior video as well. I honestly, as a previous student, I don't want to hear that you do research. That sounds very, very boring to me. When the faculty may want to hear that you do research, but I doubt that that's what you do in your spare time. And if that is what you do in your spare time, do you not have fun? I would much rather hear that someone paints or draws. A lot of people run. Even if you told me you took a nap in your spare time, but that you are in a research lab in your spare time, I'm going to tell you what I do in my spare time. I am probably on social media. Oh, wait, I do take care of my kids, though. I mean, I'm talking about like for fun, for free. As you can see, this side right here itches. It itches. This is my pageant here. I have a pageant coming up. But in my spare time, I am not in the research lab. I didn't even want to do the lab that came with my classes. Okay, that's probably not motivating y'all. Or maybe it is. I have a whole different type of technique. I am that non-traditional student. I say just work hard, bust your butt, get it done. It can totally be done. So hopefully that was helpful. It wasn't too goofy. It was real. And if you think of another question, I am totally down to answer it. Happy Sunday.